Hey everybody, I guess we're live now. Uh, let's see something here. Ooh, shit. Press that. Okay. Well, we're live now. I gotta speak up a little bit so the microphone can hear me. I'm supposed to have guests on, but I guess they're not coming. Anyway, today's topics will be. Let's see, I got them written down. Oh yeah, the topics will be biology, race, a little bit about race, and people making stuff up about political oppositions and about parties they don't agree with, and just taking on any type of news. Also, a little bit about libertarians and their morally wishy-washy stance. So first and foremost, prostitution is it the oldest form of the oldest transaction in history? No, it's not. It's not the oldest occupation in history. That's not true. That's been debunked. The oldest occupation is hunting, and because you get a direct reward from it, and you can share it with the people around you. That's an occupation. It's a hunter. That's an occupation. But people don't realize this because they've been brainwashed by feminist media. Even a lot of red pill and quote unquote MGTOW dudes have been brainwashed by a lot of the feminist media, and they've been led to believe that a woman's occupation is the oldest, and that's not true. Humans have been hunting long before, okay, the differences between male and female were so distinct. As proof, they have, for example, chimpanzees and other creatures they hunt. Okay, so there you go. Way before we were even human, we were hunting. Okay, before the roles between the genders evolved because they're natural. So there's nothing unnatural about the gender roles, because a lot of people like say, oh, gender roles are made up, social constructs. Well, we evolved them, along with we evolved the cognitive parts in our brains, the social parts in our brains. So we evolved that. So please, people, stop saying that prostitution is the oldest occupation. It's not. That's a liberal lie. That's a feminist matriarchal lie that you've been led to believe. Another thing about libertarians. Okay, so I identify as one, but problem is they're morally wishy-washy. And when I say that is they're pro-prostitution, a lot of them are pro-abortion, a bunch of other stuff that I don't agree with, and that's their problem. Now I don't completely agree with the Republicans, but I don't completely agree with the Democrats either, because they really typically they're just all bullshit. They really shouldn't exist anymore. Like they're too old. They're the oldest party that's popular right now, and they really shouldn't exist because they're just on bullshit now. They're just pushing LGBT, abortion, nothing good, pretty much everything evil. And another thing, we should. I don't totally support Republicans either, because Republicans, they tend to be very religious. Okay, and that's I don't care about too much about the Constitution. I don't go on and on about that. I go on about what's practical, and sometimes the Constitution isn't always practical, people. If we just being objective and focus on biology, the Constitution isn't wasn't written with biology in mind, and it wasn't written with modern science in mind and modern psychology. So people have to contend with that fact. Now, do I think that parts of it should stay? Yeah, because it can benefit society. But over and above all, Republicans get me when they're religious. So long story short, Democrats are garbage for obvious reasons. Libertarians are morally wishy-washy, and Republicans, I mean, too religious. So it's all about dogma, people. And the problem is with libertarians. I hear that their party is like 60 years old, but I don't completely believe that. I haven't done enough research on that. But it looks like to me their morals are a little wishy-washy because they don't want to take an official stance on issues that quote unquote affect people's personal lives. Now, there's a lot of things about eugenics and stuff that need to be taken into account, like should stupid people be able to drive or reproduce if you have you have a very low IQ, or if you have a certain mental illness, or you have certain other issues that you can't control. Should you be allowed to reproduce? Which is a very valid debate, but people are so caught in their feelings on either side that they don't want to talk about that. The same way people on the right don't want to abort babies with issues, but not all of them. They're split between different camps of people that disagree and disagree. Nobody totally agrees on any one thing, except maybe women. But that's my thing there. So bottom line, long story short, can't completely agree with anybody. Another issue. Let's see. How old Hold up. I'm getting a guest. I should be receiving a guest very soon. F2. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to leave and come back for a little bit because there were some guests that said they were going to show up but didn't. But I guess they were a little late. That's okay. Another topic I wanted to discuss was a little bit about freedom. Now, freedom. What is your right? What are your rights? Okay, or were they written down on a piece of paper to you and they were told to you, or do you get them from God? Okay, because God's not real. So where do you get your morals from? Okay, where do you get your rights? Okay, they're all subjective to what matters most to humans. And if, whether we like it or not, just because some people wrote it on a piece of paper, that doesn't really make it true, whether it be the Constitution or not. Now, I don't know what makes the Constitution have moral authority, but our guest coming on to speak will be discussing that. And I will hear his perspective on why the Constitution is so important. Because I'm in the middle. I don't really care either way whether the Constitution is important or not. I just want select parts to be important to me, various amendments and things like that, because they do add parts to the Constitution, with the various amendments, but they don't. I've never heard of them removing it. Okay, that's not very popular to do, but I guess it's possible. If you can add something, you can remove something, but I'm going to discuss that later. So a brief break for maybe about 5 minutes, then I'll be back. Let's see here. F2 IJ set. Hmm. Sorry, guys. I'm adding this guy to the chat, to the live stream. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I decided to keep on going. Hopefully he sees this and probably comments. I don't know where he could possibly be, but the guest today was supposed to be a libertarian and talk about various libertarian issues. Another problem that I have with libertarians is they're so easy to touch. Like you see a libertarian personality or politician, they could be online and be like, extremely easy to reach. And that's another bad issue that people see. Oh, this is somebody next door. And I see them all the time when they go to the grocery store. I'm tired of seeing them. They're not. They're up here. They're right here where every other politician is like over there. Democrats like to pretend like they're the reachable party, the party of the people, when that's not reality. You can probably never get to even shake hands with one except during one of the rallies or something like that, which is very weird. But with Trump is a little different because he's not only a Republican, but he also knew a bunch of people, especially black people, before he became president. But now all of a sudden he's racist, which makes no sense. Never made any sense. In fact, he could very well be the least racist president we've had in there for a long time, for a very long time. Because we know Obama did not like blacks. That's not up for debate. Because he's not even a real black American. Okay, his father was from Africa, his mother was white. So I don't understand how he's an African American. I don't understand how he's a black American because that's just not true. He didn't even grow up in America. Another thing, the people talking about, Republicans and Democrats did the same thing. Well, no, they're not the same thing. Okay, they're fundamentally different. And if you ever voted, you would know that. But that comes from people who don't vote or don't understand political process. Another thing, libertarians tend to think that they're somehow special, but they're just, in a lot of times, radical centrists because they're so fixed on the Constitution. They don't focus on important moral issues. Like I would have the guests come on here and speak about it now. You can see exactly what most libertarians think, and that's another issue. I don't know their religious perspective, but I do know in certain communities they need morals, and a lot of communities don't have morals, and even though they need it. So, there's that. I guess that's about it. I'll probably end the stream because the guest isn't coming on, and I don't know how to add him. He doesn't seem to be here, so I probably won't be adding him. He probably won't join. That's okay though. All right, guys. See you later. Talk to you later. Peace. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy your lives. Until next time, it's Rad Dad. And I'm out.